I'm learning Italian. This is learning Italian. Learning Italian.
You said on the show, you said that President Trump did not sort of say whether or not U.S. troops would be on the ground. You thought perhaps I know they would be. I kind of took it to be the other way. I think he's quite careful about promising U.S. troops on the ground because I think that's not really going to
That's stupid.
be heavily on the European backs, and we will give them support. And I think that might mean there might be air support, intelligence. I'm not sure
Yeah.
the U.S. troops on the ground. Again, that's what this discussion will be about.
Human beings have thoughts, you know. You have brains. And they have thinking. How much you?
So we should
Yeah, you might be right about the U.S. forces because the president
Trace Delta and bottom line, right? You know, I never learned. I not to ask your faith, but I never learned your name. Bottom left corner, dude. Regular one is new, so. Sorry.
When that meeting with Trump and Zelensky and the European leaders were at
Not first one.
they will walk out there.
Just how there's the other guy. I'm surprised this is getting replayed over and over again, man. War's going to. I mean, this headline is like. Yeah, this is getting replayed over. Is this live? Oh, never mind. I am learning Italian, Georgia. So guess you all. I don't know. I mean, do we really want to live with another 50 or 75 years of war, afraid of nuclear weapons? Do we really want to? I mean, since I don't have a daughter, there's no guarantee of second generation time machine, right? Right? Only one time machine where the West has the advantage. We have a time machine, Andrew, and we're allied. And do we want to go for it? I mean, remember what Sanna Marin of Finland said? It's okay to want something. Take charge. And don't be afraid. Finland Prime Minister, former Prime Minister, right? Do we want to take control of our future? So let the president. Yeah. No, that's it. Well, yeah, seriously, let us control our future, right? Not Putin. Let us control our future. It's our future, so. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to learning Italian then. Wow. Yeah. All at the same time, right? They are gonna go have a nice little talk. Nice little talk. And Andrew wanted them to talk, you know. They get to decide. 'Cause we get to decide our future, right? Anyway, I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna learn Italian.
Pleased, which is, you know,
Which sounds about right, because we might actually have to kick Russia's ass. And
I think people are paying a lot of attention to the body language and the interactions. And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Explore all contents. Home. Home. Sorry. Yeah. How do I? What the fuck? Where's it going? Oral content, language based. Yeah, that's it. Alright, there we go. Continue. 40 correct, 90%. 100% correct reading, writing. Oh, that's why. Okay. Lesson 2 now. Okay. Okay. I understood. Because I finished it and didn't refresh. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo it. So. Una bambina. Well,
Una bambina.
it's just
No.
no. I don't actually need. I don't need to.
Un bambino.
Una bambino. Un bambino.
Un bambino.
No. Bambino. No.
No.
That's why I said lesson 2 yesterday, so I don't spoil something. Unit 1. Lesson 1, there we go. Pronunciation. Here we go. Let's go. I wish I needed to listen once I turn on audio before the video. I did. Okay.
Un uovo.
Uo?
Uo.
Learning Italian, sorry, but
Zo.
vote. Typing in my password.
Zo.
The
Uovo.
what? Uovo.
Uovo. Caffè. Ca.
Ka? Oh wait.
Ca.
Oh wait. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Fit.
Fit. Pause. Fit. Fit. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Un cafe.
Well, thank you very much. It's a great honor
You
to
know.
have you here.
I'm just gonna mostly
Special
listen.
place
Your
like
meeting,
us is
right?
Special no matter where you're from.
Yeah.
Represents so much, and it really is beautiful. And thank you for all of the wonderful things that took place today. We've had a very successful day thus far.
Okay, good lunch.
Important discussions as we work to end killing and stop the war in Ukraine. We're all working for the same goal. Very simple goal. We want to stop the
Yeah.
killing, get this settled. I've just had the honor of being with President Zelensky and all of the discussions that we've had. We've covered a lot of
Really?
territory.
Wait.
And I spoke directly with President Putin today. We're going to call President Putin right after this meeting.
You all guys gonna call him? Okay.
I'm
Sounds like a
sure
great.
we'll have a solid meeting, good meeting, maybe a great meeting, and
Virtual
we'll try
call,
and
right?
work out a trilat after that and see if we can get it finished. Put this to sleep, because this is not since the Second World War has there been anything like this.
Interesting
So
question
I'm
though.
honored to welcome NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, who's a great gentleman, great political leader in Europe generally, but
Really?
now he's the NATO Secretary General, and you're doing
Well,
a fantastic job.
yeah.
Thank you very much, Mark. Prime Minister Starmer of the
Yeah.
United Kingdom, our friend. and my friend, and,
Putin thinks he's in control and stuff, and he's, you know when he meets, he always smiling really big.
Everyone
No.
knows President Macron
Because
of France.
they
He's
kidnapped
been with me from
Alexis,
the
so
beginning, one of
I mean they have Alexis
first people I
basically.
met.
So,
is a foreign,
and I do believe my timeline is stable.
and I like him even more now. It's
I'm
pretty
pretty
good.
sure, because I mean, I don't. Nobody tells Alexis that I'm okay with somebody shooting her in the head, right? I'm pretty sure if somebody actually shoots Alexis in the head, we are gonna be okay. I mean, I'm gonna have to have a different talk with her. It's like, hey, Alexis, I love you, but you know, if you get a bullet in the head, that's your problem. And
Served there for a long period of time relative to others.
I do believe our timeline is stable. Because no matter whatever the fuck Putin does, I think I'm gonna know that I am a time machine. I'm pretty sure. Fingers crossed, right?
Very strong
So if
person.
Andrew's timeline is stable, then we figure out what my new timeline is. That it's
He's my friend, and it's an honor.
And I was talking to. I mean, you guys all here. Then you all know the risk, right? The time loop. If we're in a time loop, we are fucked. But if we generate a new continuum, it's just a new continuum. Then let's deal with it. Just deal with whatever the timeline is now. I don't marry Alexis. I find somebody else in love, or even spend the rest of my life alone, which would suck. Which would suck, by the way. Even that. As long it's a continuum, not a loop. And I think Putin's smiling because he thinks he's a genius. He's a fucking idiot. Putin is an absolute fucking idiot. He might have generated a time loop. If we're in a time loop, we have to break out of it. So, anyway. I mean, it's humiliating for Putin. Because the whole world's gonna know. The whole world's gonna know what he did. It's absolutely humiliating for Putin. I mean, complete idiot. Complete idiot.
But you,
I
we
mean,
had
the
a
world's gonna find
great
out eventually. So.
negotiation, and you're respected all over the world. So I want to
Yeah.
thank you very much for being here.
So
It's a
y'all
great
y'all
honor to have you.
decide what you
The
want,
Alaska
right?
Summit
What future you
reinforced my
want.
belief that while difficult
Together.
pieces within reach, and I believe that in a very significant step,
Yeah, it's gonna be a difficult
President
conversation
Putin
with
agreed that
Alexis.
Russia would accept security guarantees for Ukraine, and this is one of the key points that we need to consider, and we're going to be considering that at the table also, like who will do what, essentially. I'm optimistic that collectively we can reach an agreement that would deter any future aggression against Ukraine, and I actually think there won't be. I think that's even overrated, largely overrated, but we're going to find out, and I think that the European nations are going to take a lot of the burden. We're going to help them, and we're going to make it very secure. We also need to discuss the possible exchanges of territory, taking into consideration the current line of contact. That means the war zone, the war lines are pretty obvious, very sad actually to look at it. And negotiating positions, President Putin, also you have President of Ukraine, who is, we just met a little while ago, and we're going to try and get a three-party meeting.
Well, we have to,
maybe
right?
as soon as we can. And I have a feeling
And we gotta do
that
this in
President
public
Putin
so we
will
can,
work something out.
I
Ultimately,
mean-
this is a decision that can only be made by President Zelensky and by the people of Ukraine working also together in agreement with President Putin. And I just think that's very good things are going to come up.
Do it in public, then Putin has to explain himself to the world.
I'll
You
set up a
know.
meeting with President Putin,
Yeah.
and if you'd like, I'll go to that meeting. And
Yeah.
not that I want to do that.
You got, I mean, I know, right? I mean, you got nothing else to do, President. I mean, our domestic policy is pretty good, you know. All the trade deals are mostly done. Everything's okay. And
sometimes a week.
Leader Thune
All
and
of
Speaker
us
Johnson will
would
do stuff.
obviously
And,
prefer an immediate ceasefire while we work on a lasting peace, and maybe something like that could happen. As of this moment, it's not happening. But,
yeah.
President Zelensky and President Putin can talk a little bit more about that. You know,
Yeah, in public,
the
right?
6 or so wars that we stopped, we haven't had a ceasefire, and so I
Yeah.
don't know that it's necessary. You can do it through the war,
Yeah.
but it would be, I like the ceasefire from another standpoint. You immediately stop the
Yeah,
killing.
yeah.
But I believe a peace agreement at the end of all of this is something that's very attainable, and it can be done in the near future. With all of the wars that I got involved in,
Yeah, we got
this
everyone
war.
except this one, and then
Of
not
course, as I
Gaza.
walk out the door, there'll probably be a new one starting, and
Oh,
I'll
God.
stop too. But I thought this was going to be one of the easier ones. It's actually one of the most difficult. They're
Indeed.
very complex. The next
Very, very
step would be for a trilateral meeting, and that will be worked out. And I just look forward to working and having a great result. We're going to spend a lot of time today talking about, and we're
That's
really
good.
honored you guys came over. I mean, these are the heads
Yeah.
of major countries.
Personal thank you for
And,
everybody who can travel.
respected all over Europe.
Thank you, Andrew.
And
Thanks to all of you for
for
taking the time to
largely, I
meet
think
President
I should
Trump,
say,
you know.
pretty much for the
Yeah.
other countries.
Help him out,
of
help
Europe.
President Trump out.
And we will come to a resolution today, I think, on almost everything, including probably
Help you figure it out,
security.
Mr. President.
And that's pretty much the story. I'd like to say, Mr. President, would you like to say something?
I mean,
You have the meeting.
seriously, I
Or
mean,
you
if
come
you
over
can,
and
English
you
and
you could use
the whole
my
world's
name, you just
listening,
turn
you know.
around,
I mean,
whichever you
the
feel
key is to
comfortable
get Putin and Zelensky and President Trump in public, like the one time, a long time ago, at the UN, United Nations, right?
Thank you so much. I think that we had very good conversations
Publicly.
with President
Answer to the
Zelensky,
world.
and it really was the best one. Or sorry, maybe the best one will be in the
Yeah.
future.
Maybe,
It was really good.
We'll see.
And we
Yeah.
spoke about very
Future doesn't matter.
sensitive points. The first one is security guarantees, and we are very happy with President
Yeah.
that.
Because I think Vladimir understands, right? Russia's plans on attacking again. They absolutely plan to attack you again.
And
So
on those leaders who are with us in our hearts, they have been.
you want to play
online
chicken with us, you know.
Before yesterday, and etc. So a lot of countries on the side of Ukraine, our people, and all of us want to finish this war, stop Russia, stop this war. We spoke about it, and we will speak
Yeah,
more
why? I
about
mean,
security guarantees.
all they
This is
wanted
very
to do was
important
join the
that
United,
States
no,
gives
European
such
Union, sorry.
signal,
Sorry.
and is ready for
European
security
Union.
guarantees.
to not be
And
poor.
the second point, or
The only
maybe
thing
the
that
first,
Ukrainian wanted
in
was
the
not be
Iran
poor
direction,
anymore.
very important to
No.
change all the prisoners.
That's
and
all they
I
wanted.
think that
They didn't even want to join
everyone
NATO back
and I
then.
was
They
very
just wanted to
thankful
join the European Union,
to
have a
your
euro,
wife
and not be
again,
poor
Mr.
anymore. That's
President,
all they
for
wanted.
the letter
Why?
about our adopted
It's not fair.
children, and I hope that really
It's fundamentally
can be
unfair.
historic role for the people to bring kids back
Yeah.
to the families and be happy
Yeah.
to their
People,
families.
yeah.
Yes, this
Yeah.
is
That
so,
thought,
so important, and I'm happy that we discussed it, this threat with the President Trump,
Yeah.
and
Have
I
a-
hope that we will
yes,
find
table.
decisions. And then what is very important that all the sensitive things,
Yeah.
territorial, etc., we will discuss on the level of leaders during trilateral meeting, and President
Yeah,
Trump
seriously,
will,
they
try,
don't. You don't want
to organize
low
such
level of
meeting,
giving away
and,
land.
he said that he will come or not come.
Yeah,
Israel
give
will
President
be
Putin
happy.
a chance to talk to the world and explain to the world why he wanted,
Yeah,
why he wants
and
that.
I think this
Even
is
I mean
very
Crimea.
Yeah,
It's
so
most of the people in
security
Crimea are like
guarantees,
Russian retirees or something. He could have
and
asked
all
for
our
it
not
for
only
by vote
warriors,
instead
but
of
all
invading.
warriors and all the civilians,
Crimea has a
so
lot of
people
Russian history
in
and stuff,
prison,
Russian
we
retirees.
need them back. And
But they could have
guarantees
asked for it
which
instead
will
of
work for
invading.
the years we spoke about it, and I showed the President a lot of details on the battlefield, on the map. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Thank you for the map, by the way.
Good
It
map.
was great.
Yeah, I know. Classified map, right? Classified map. Here's the thing.
I think that
What happens if we publish battlefield statistics to the world? Because right now, the Russian people do not know how badly they're suffering. I mean, the people are casualty. But we know. We have intelligence. If we make a website and without revealing too much classified information of how much casualties the Russians taking every single day, let the world know, let the Russian people know how badly they're losing people.
Really positive moves. I know
Let them
there's
know
over
how
1,000
many
prisoners,
lives
and
this
I
is
know they're
costing
gonna
every
release
single
them,
day.
maybe they're gonna
The
release
real
them
statistics every
first
single
of,
day.
like, immediately, which I think is
Let the
right.
world know.
But we will, we're gonna set that up today after
Because
this,
you know,
after
everybody,
this
even
meeting.
MSNBC,
So,
our
but,
cable news
great
covers
remarks,
politics. They
appreciate
talk
it.
about like
Mark, is that a deal?
Epstein.
Maybe
They're talking
you can do
Epstein.
yours?
It's not about
I
this.
will be very brief. I really want to thank you,
Yeah,
President of the
Mark.
United States, dear Donald, for the fact that
Because the world is not
you
paying attention.
broke the deadlock, basically, with President Putin by starting that dialogue. And I think it was in February that you had the first
Yeah.
phone call.
That didn't work so well.
And now, where we are today, and that I think if we play this well,
And
we could end this. And we have to end it. We have to stop the killing. We have to stop the destruction of Ukraine's infrastructure. It is a terrible war. So
it sounds like the
really
Europeans
excited.
want
And
some
let's
sort
make the
of
best
pause
today
so
and
that
make sure
Ukraine
that
can actually rebuild.
from
But
today onwards, we get this thing to an end as soon as possible. I really want to thank you for your leadership, what you are doing for Lordogne, but of course also all the European.
I mean, because unless
It
the
is
French
really
and the
crucial.
British
The
want to
fact
put
that
some
you
troops and actually fight
have said,
fight
"I'm
the
willing to participate in
Russians on the
security
ground. I mean,
guarantees is a big step.
both our countries would not accept that. I mean, none of our countries would accept troops on the ground. The thing is,
Also has agreed from 2% to 5%, which is
I mean,
something
Georgia
that is,
would probably
massive
understand.
amount of money, and
If we had
it's
the ability to
2% that
use
wasn't always paid to
F-22s and
5% that
F-35
is
stealth
paid.
bombers,
That's a
air
big
power,
difference, and,
just
so
our
we
air
appreciate
power,
that as
we
great
probably
news.
could have
Thank you
won
very
this
much.
in
Ursula,
3
maybe
weeks. I
on
mean,
behalf of the commission, you
are
just
we
have a
willing
couple
to
of
risk
words.
it, right? Just using
Thank
our
you very
air
much.
power, no troops on the ground, just our
Yes,
stealth
it's a
bombers.
very important moment.
The moment we start
But
stealth
indeed,
bombing
we
them,
have Europeans
they would
as
lose.
friends and allies. We had a
and that
fantastic NATO
the
summit,
question is, what does Putin do
together
when
with
they
the
get
largest and
overwhelming
biggest
air power from
economies in the world,
from NATO,
have the largest
getting
trade
involved?
deal ever
Right.
agreed,
Yeah.
and now we are here to work together with you.
Because if I can
on
say in the future that
capital
Putin just
things
folds, and I tell you that he
this is
folds,
really
then he's
our
gonna
common
fold.
interest.
But the problem is, if I tell him that he starts launching tactical nuclear weapons, and then he's gonna do that. I mean, and that's absolutely risky, and I
But
don't
I
know.
want to thank you also that you
Mhm.
mentioned the thousands of Ukrainian
It's
children
risky.
that have been abducted.
Really,
As a
really
mother
risky.
and
It's playing
grandmother,
chicken with the madman.
every
And
single
President
child
Putin
has
is
to go back
lost
to
his
its
mind,
family.
basically.
This should be one of our
President Putin has
main
absolutely lost
priorities
his mind.
also in these negotiations, to make sure
Yeah.
that the children come back to Ukraine to their families.
Yeah, I mean,
Good. I was just
Ursula wants it
thinking
to
we're here
know.
for a different reason, but we just a couple of weeks ago made the largest trade deal in history. So
I know,
it's a
right?
good-
That's a big
And I
thing.
think that's what Putin's trying to do.
Thank
Try
you
to
very
get us
much.
to do the secondary sanctions on the
Mr.
Europeans.
Chancellor,
Let's not do that.
Germany,
Let's not do secondary sanctions on the Europeans buying oil.
Mr. President,
Because they want to ruin the
for having us
relationship,
today.
basically.
I think this is extremely helpful that we are meeting and
Yeah.
hearing that the two of you
Strong
are
countries.
having such a good meeting today here in Washington. The next steps ahead are the more complicated ones now.
Yeah.
The path is
Because we don't need troops on the ground. Georgians understand. We stealth bombers and stealth fighter bombers and all the S-3300 system, air power. Since we have air power, we can start bombing their positions and then and the troops will immediately win. I mean, 3 weeks, 4 weeks tops.
I can't imagine that the next meeting would take place without a ceasefire.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
let's work on that and let's try to.
yeah, I
put
mean,
pressure
let's
on
see.
Russia.
What does
Because
Putin
the
want, right?
credibility of these efforts we are undertaking today are depending on at least.
When was the
ceasefire
last time,
at the
like,
beginning
Putin
of
got
the
to meet
serious
all of you,
negotiations.
right?
Next step on. So I
Right?
would like to emphasize. this
Seriously, even not even
aspect.
trilateral.
I'd like to
If the
see
Europeans want
a
to come
ceasefire
meet
from
together
the
with
next,
Putin and then have a long
this
talk,
should be
multiple
a
days,
trilateral meeting wherever it's
real
taking
talks,
place.
right?
well, we're going to let.
It's the security of Europe at stake. You know, President Trump keeps saying you have an ocean between
we'll
us.
see how that works out.
The ocean
and if we
between
can
us,
do that.
right?
I will say it again, in the 6 wars that I've settled, I haven't had a ceasefire. We just got
You just
into
got done, yeah.
negotiations, and one of the wars was, as you know, in the Congo was 30 years, 31
Yeah.
years long.
They
And
just didn't want to
we
fight it
settled
anymore.
last week with 2 great countries was 35 years going on, and we had no ceasefire. So if we can.
And I think I know why. President Putin knows you don't have to obey me.
Because
That's
many other
why.
points were given to us. Many points were given to us. Great points.
Yeah.
Please, Georgia, go ahead.
I don't interrupt the lady.
For hosting us today in this important meeting, and I think it is an important day, a new phase. After 3 years and a half, that we didn't see any kind of sign from the Russian side that there was a willing for dialogue. So something is changing, something has
This is
changed
scary.
thanks to you.
Putin's
Thanks
scared.
also to the stalling in the battlefield, which was achieved with the bravery of,
Christmas, I don't know what it
Ukrainians
was.
and with the unity that we all provided to Ukraine. And the reason why I mention it is that
Probably
we
started
also
from
have to
Georgia,
realize
that speech.
that if we want to reach
No
peace,
authoritarian.
and if we want to, guarantee
Sorry.
justice, we have to do it united. So that's why
Yeah.
it's a very good
The
day.
trilateral meeting that President Trump
we
leading.
are, we
If
are
you guys
in,
have the
and
time, if
obviously
y'all have the
count
time,
on
because y'all
Italy
busy
as it
with
was
your own
from the
countries, you
beginning.
know.
We are on the side
If there's a
of
trilateral
Ukraine,
meeting, come
to
again. With all the
absolutely
meetings,
support
right?
your efforts towards peace.
Because you are all leaders of your own country. Y'all just have to respect that being leaders of
The
the whole
first
country.
one
You
is
know.
security guarantees, how to be sure that it won't happen again, which is
Yeah.
a precondition of every kind of peace. I'm happy that we will discuss about that. I'm happy that we will.
That is a
from
Cold
proposal,
War.
which
I mean,
is
that
a,
means starting
let's say,
another Cold
Article
War and
5, model, which
Can
was,
we avoid that?
Italian
'Cause,
at the beginning,
it's still
so
fear.
we are always ready to
A
bring
Cold
our
War means the
proposals
people of
for
Europe
peace,
will have to
for
live in
dialogue. It's
fear
something we have
for
to
the rest
build,
of their
together
possibly 50,
to
75 years.
guarantee peace and to defend
Do you
the
really
security of
want
our
that
nation.
future?
So thank you, Mr. President, for
I mean-
hosting us.
Thank you very much. Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President, for organizing this meeting and for your commitment. And everything was said, but I just have to say here, everybody around this table is in favor of peace.
Yeah.
And we work very hard, and we've worked very hard. in the past
Because
few
Europe
years
enjoyed
to
so
have a
many
peace
decades
which
of
is
peace dividend, you know.
robust and long-standing.
It's a good life. It's a good life.
This is why
40 years.
the idea of a trilateral meeting is very important, because this is the only way to fix it. And by the way, I think as a follow-up, we will need probably a quadrilateral meeting, because when we speak about security guarantees, we speak
Yeah.
about the whole security of the European continent. And this is why we are all united here with.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was just thinking. Imran was making telling the world what I was
In
telling,
order to
right?
organize such a trilateral meeting,
Thank you,
the
brother.
idea to ask for a truce, or ceasefire, at least to stop
Yeah.
the killings, as we discussed, is a necessity.
Well, I
And
mean,
we all support this idea. And in order to have such a long
Because when it's just President Trump and President Putin thinks he can manipulate President Trump, you know. When it's all the world leaders together, all standing behind President Trump and President Zelensky.
And the second one is
who else is he gonna bring? Well, he's gonna bring President Xi Jinping,
we worked very hard in the
and
past
Putin
few
gonna bring
months
President Xi Jinping to meet him.
amongst the coalition of the
Right?
willing with the support of NATO to build
Kim Jong Il hasn't gone
security
anywhere.
guarantees and our
We can bring Kim
commitments.
Jong Il.
And you can be sure that Europeans are very lucid about the fact that they have their fair share
Yeah.
in these security guarantees for Ukraine, but their own security. is
Yeah, don't like bankrupt your economies doing that because you have so many countries. A little bit, each country a little bit at a time.
in order to
Do not like affect your economy because I know the debt to GDP for France. You have to pay that down. So French has to pay down debt to GDP and make your economies as good, strong as possible.
Where Emmanuel started, which is we all want peace. The war in Ukraine has had a huge impact, particularly on the Ukrainians who've borne the brunt of it.
Yeah.
But it's also had impact on Europe and on the United Kingdom. There's not a family or community that hasn't been affected. And when we talk about security, we're talking about security.
It's
not just
fear.
in Ukraine, we're talking
The
about
idea
security
that
of
Putin
Europe
might do it to you
as well, which is why it's
someday.
such an important
Maybe
issue.
not now,
I think
but
it's such
someday.
an important meeting. As a group, I think we've had a discussion on the phone a number of times with the president, but be able now to be around.
Yeah,
the
because you
table
imagine a
to
world
take
where
it
we can
forward. And I
decommission
really feel that we can,
French
I think,
and
with the right
British
process,
nuclear
I think
submarines.
real
We don't need them anymore. We
particularly on
decommission
security
them.
guarantees.
A world where we
And
don't need them
international
anymore.
security guarantees of some
We
sort
don't
of
need nuclear weapons
compromise
anymore. We only need them,
guarantees.
a few of them if we
Fits
need.
with what we've been
Because you
doing
can't
with
really,
Willing,
I mean,
which we started some
you
months
can't
ago,
really
really
nuke
to step
an asteroid, by the
and
way.
showing that we were prepared to step up. to the
If you
plate.
nuke an asteroid and it doesn't
With
divert,
you coming alongside
it's radioactive
us,
and
alongside
it enters the
us, already
atmosphere as a radioactive
take a
asteroid.
really
And,
important step forward to
it
guide
will
this
burn
way.
up in the atmosphere and combine with the water and the atmosphere. And you can't really nuke an asteroid. So we don't even need nuclear weapons for an asteroid. If you fail, like if you nuke an asteroid and you fail, the asteroid is radioactive and it'll combine with the water in the atmosphere and it'll make radioactive clouds and travel all over the world from the stratosphere and it will be absolutely disastrous. It will make it even worse. So you cannot, there's no use for nuclear weapons on this world. Literally none whatsoever.
Meeting of some sort to bring some of the difficult issues to a head, then I think today will be seen as a very important day in recent years.
Yeah, I mean, if you all want, if you're not busy, the trilateral meeting, you want to come and then back up Zelensky and President Trump, I mean, I'm sure President will welcome your help.
It's very interesting because this is the first for the White House. They can't say that.
I know, right?
It's
That many meetings all at the same time, they all.
Since 1800, 1799.
Yeah, it's like the G7 meeting. Hey, by the way, you're all coming over here and the meeting President Trump and
We've had so
helping
many
President Trump.
prime ministers, presidents, the heads of
Yeah.
European.
This is literally a G7 meeting,
nations. And by the way, Alex, I'd like you to say a couple of words too. You're a young.
Oh yeah, but Finland's not part of that.
Before I finish,
It's your
up,
friend,
I want
right?
you to Say a couple of words. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, who knows? Who knows? Playing golf with actually somebody who likes golf, right?
Thank you very much, Mr.
I mean,
President.
he has a gigantic border
I
with
think in
Russia.
the past 2 weeks,
Gigantic
probably
border.
had more progress in ending this war than we have in the past 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And I think the fact
Right,
that
right.
we're
I need to
on
talk-
this
I need to
table
talk to him.
today is very much symbolic in the sense that it's Team Europe and Team
Yeah.
United States helping
Unity.
Ukraine. And the progress that we're looking at.
Can you imagine the
is
optics, right? On Friday,
about
Putin says something and
security guarantees,
then blah blah blah.
a big
But
part of this.
This is not
And of
Europe's
course,
answer.
moving towards a process with a trilateral meeting with you and President Putin and
it's about
President
optics.
Zelensky.
The world
some of the
seeing
international
this.
media
The world
might
seeing
wonder,
this.
why is the president of Finland here? I think the reason is probably that
pretty
we might
obvious,
come from
right?
a small country, but we have a long border with
Yeah,
Russia,
exactly.
over 800
The biggest
miles.
border now.
And
The
we of
front
course
line
have
of NATO,
our own
basically.
historical experience with Russia from
Mhm.
World War II, the Winter
So-
War, and the War of Continuation. And if
Right,
we look at
right,
the
right.
silver lining of where we stand right now, we found a solution in 1944, and I'm sure that we'll be able to
Yeah, because
find a
I saw the
solution
citizen
in
soldiers of
2025
Finland. They are
to
citizen
end
soldiers,
Russia's
so
war of aggression and find and get
they're not
a,
professional soldiers,
uh,
which means
lasting
It's gonna be
adjust.
difficult.
The situation is very difficult, but
If Russia's
that's what-
invade Finland, I
Thank you,
mean,
Alex.
Finland doesn't have
Good job.
that much of a professional army,
So we're going to be meeting
citizens
for
over, so.
a while, and we're going to
Yeah.
discuss some of the issues. And I don't think there's any issue that's overly complex. It's at a
Yeah.
point now where
We
people
all
wanna
had
do
great
things.
minds.
I really do believe. I've known him for a long time. I've always had a
Yeah.
great relationship with him. I think President
Very
Putin
good,
wants to
yeah.
find an answer to. And we'll see. And
Yeah.
in a certain period of time, not very far from now, a week or 2 weeks, we're going to know
Well,
whether or
Putin
not
wants somebody
we're gonna solve
who doesn't
this,
take
or
away his
is
empire,
this
right?
horrible fighting going to continue. We'll do our best to get
Open, fair
and-
elections that someone that doesn't
and,
take away his
I
empire, he
believe
gets
we have two
retired.
willing
maybe.
parties, and usually that's
72
good
years
news,
old.
but
He wants to do
two
this
willing
most of
parties
his
that wanna
life.
make a deal. And we'll journey together, and we'll go over.
There's
and
an
we'll,
easier way to do this,
see what
right?
can be done, and it's possible it might not be able to be done. On the other hand, it's possible it will. It would save thousands and thousands of lives.
I
a
mean,
week.
that thing I was said during
And so it's something
asylum,
we have to
right?
do.
Political asylum in the
And,
United
or at
States.
least we have to give it our best. So you can give it your best. But I think we may have
Yeah.
a very good outcome. So I want to thank you all, and the media, I want to thank you.
Yeah.
We're going to be staying here for a little while. Then we're going to walk over to the Oval Office, and we're going to have another little discussion
Okay, Africa.
about
While
similar
away.
matters. And then they're going to go home to their great countries and
Yeah.
report.
And
And I'm
thank
going
you
to
all for
remain here and
coming.
work, and you're going to go and work.
Yeah.
We're all going to be working.
I'm going to be learning
Maybe
Italian.
in a different location, but that's what we know how to do is work. But I want
Because I
to
need
thank
to
the
learn
media.
how to
It's actually very
listen
fair,
to
generally
Georgia and talk
speaking,
to
very
Georgia.
fair.
So
I think it's important that they're fair because this is a very important.
all of
it's
this
a very
Italian.
important subject. We have to get it ended. And so that's all
The
we ask
Italian-
for is
Italian
fairness
economy
to
is
the media.
booming,
Thank you all very
so-
much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, let me thank you
very
one more
much.
time. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to learn Italian now. That's what I was going to do before this out. Because I need to talk to Georgia in her native language. You know?
Very interesting
anyway.
to watch all of this play out. You're
So,
looking at the East Room.
Good luck, everyone. I'm going to try. Next one, German. German's the next one. I promise. After you tell me. So I need to talk to Chancellor Merz and Ursula in their paths. So then French, I think. French. We already speak English. I can talk to Kirsten anytime I want to. So technically I already know French, but I just didn't really see all
to
of it.
watch this
Right.
conversation between these world leaders at the table.